the Armagh Food and Cider Festival returns from the 24th until the 27th of September. Jill McEneaney joins us on the line now to tell us what's happening this year. Jill, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Yes, really looking forward to this weekend that's coming up, I have to say, to get my my annual cider intake up.
It's hard to believe it's been a year since we had you in the studio last time promoting this. It's flown in, hasn't it?
I know, and so little's happened, Robin. I know, it's wonderful. And do you know what? It's absolutely fantastic that we're talking about a food and cider weekend, because my goodness, I think we all need it.
We definitely do. Now, things must be difficult this year because of COVID-19, but the good news is plenty of your events are sold out, aren't they?
Yes, that's the thing. I was going to come on and tell you about all these fabulous events we've got, but a lot of them are sold out, and I suppose that's just people really do want to get out and know they can have an enjoyable experience safely. And I have to say, all the events that we'll be delivering with our wonderful chefs and restaurateurs across the Armagh, Banbridge and Craigavon borough area are absolutely focused on the safety of their customers, but they're also focused on them having a really, really good time, because for some people this might be the first time they've really been out since all of this has happened. So yeah, we've a wonderful programme, and we do still have some tickets left for some of the events.
So tell us about some of the chefs, because every year it seems Armagh's getting more and more famous for their good food, aren't they?
We're so blessed here, in the borough, and that we have just wonderful cafes, restaurants, bars serving food, and behind the scenes of all of those, we've got some really fantastic chefs, and I think this time of year they are all now, we're such a well established celebration of food and cider. They all want to get involved. They all want to show off a bit and show what they can do. So yeah, you'll see when you look at the programme, we have wonderful chefs whose restaurants are well renowned through the borough and beyond. So we've Gareth, we've Joe with us, we've Simon, we've any number of chefs that everybody will know really well, who do brilliant work right throughout the year, but kind of come together in this celebration every year for us.
And as we found out last year when I spoke to you, Armagh is now famous for sushi, isn't it?
Yes, well, this was an event that took place, and we've actually sold two of them. We had one sushi masterclass on sale, and it sold out so quickly, and now we have another, and this is done through the Armagh City Hotel and the wonderful chef there, John White. So yes, it's very popular. I think it's the healthy eating, but I think surprisingly for a lot of people it's the wonderful tastes. Some people it's quite unexpected how fantastic the taste of real sushi, particularly when you've made it yourself, how wonderful that is.
Now, as well as all the food and drink events, so there's stuff happening for all the family. There's some great places to see throughout Armagh. I'm thinking the likes of the Navan Centre and the Fort.
Yes, the Navan Centre is wonderful, and thankfully it's been reopened now since July, and fantastic walks right around the Navan Centre, obviously up onto the fort itself, which has brilliant panoramic views, 360 degrees around it, and then back into the centre there. They have a lovely cafe there, so it's a perfect place for a walk with or without your dog, or with or without your children, and then into the centre. And there they have the living history characters telling you all about the site and its history. So it's a wonderful place to visit at any time, but they're doing an event as part of the festival, which is all about sort of the food from the local area, and with a very sort of historical look at it as well. I think maybe unfortunately that's one of the ones that's sold out, but given that, I'm sure they run a similar event again. They have events throughout the year.
And talking about great places to walk, you've got Oxford Island close by as well, and there's some kind of foraging event happening, isn't there?
Yes, there is, and eels as well. So as you know, another food source from this area is the Lough Neagh eel, and it also has the PGI status. So yes, there's a wonderful event there. Again, I don't know that there's many tickets left for that one, but that's cooking with eels out at Lough Neagh, and then yes, foraging as well for the accompaniments.
Okay, so the 24th until the 27th of September is the dates. Anything else we should know about?
We have fantastic accommodation packages. So if people go on to the website, which is visitarmagh.com, and they will find all the details about the events that they can still come and see. Also information about Armagh and the surrounding area itself. But yeah, there are packages with accommodation and events as well. So if people want to come down, maybe stay for a night or stay for a weekend. I know that the orchards are just fantastic at the moment, especially with the lovely warm weather and the sunshine, which hopefully will stay with us for a while. But even if you have to bundle up warm, just walking around those orchards with the trees full of apples, it's just the most wonderful place to be at this time of year. So I would encourage anybody to come down and just spend some time in and around Armagh in the autumn time, and particularly come and visit our wonderful food and cider weekend.
It sounds amazing, Jill. Thank you so much for joining us, and the best of luck with the festival.
Thank you.
Right, let's continue talking about the Armagh Food and Cider Weekend. Donna Fox joins us on the line now as well. Donna, how are you?
I'm good, Robin. I'm really looking forward to next weekend because the Food and Cider Festival is one of my favourite festivals. And this year it's great that we're running with it, albeit on a smaller scale. And of course, we're very mindful of the restrictions and the measures we need to take to make people feel safe. But there's a lot of interest in it, Robin.
That's good. Now, I believe, Donna, if people want to know anything about Armagh, you are the woman to go to.
That's very good of you to say that. I mean, I love reading about Armagh. I love doing research. And the best way to do your research, really, is just talking to the local people, because people are very willing to share information. And I have a good rapport with the apple growers. And, you know, I come from a farming background myself as well, so people are very keen to share their stories with you. Armagh is 2 years ago was voted foodie destination number 4 on the island of Ireland.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, you mentioned the apples there. Obviously Armagh's famous for apples, famous for cider, but how did all this begin? How did the cider stuff really start?
There's such a history linking back to apples. We are the orchard county here in County Armagh, and between Armagh, Loughgall, Portadown, there's 4,000 acres of orchards, the majority of them the Bramley apple. However, going back to 1,000 years BC, there are the remains from an archaeological dig. There are the remains of an apple, a large apple, out at the Navan Fort, 2 miles from Armagh. It's also said that St. Patrick planted an apple tree to the east of the city when he arrived. And then the 12th century St. Malachy, born in Armagh, he would have planted orchards in times of famine, apple orchards. And quite often when you see a statue of him, Robin, he's holding an apple in his hand. Right. So apples, I mean, the native apples would have been crab apples, and then the Armagh's known for the Armagh Bramley. So all Bramley apples grown in a specified area within the Archdiocese of Armagh have protected geographical indication, PGI status, like champagne, Cumberland sausage, the Comber potatoes, the Loughney eel. So that goes back to the 1880s. And the Nicholson family, who are located out of Cranagale House, near our house, National Trust property, their ancestors brought the first 60 Bramley apple seedlings to Armagh and planted them, and they thrived. So we've got a microclimate here. We're shielded by Sleeve Gullion, by the Sperrins, by the Mourns. And a lot of the orchards are planted on south-facing drumlins to maximise the sunshine, with fewer late frosts than other areas. So the Bramley apple is just the go-to apple for the catering industry.
All right.
So, and then more recently, as you know, we've got all these cider tours, and you can go into the orchards and taste the apple juice and the ciders. So it's it's akin to the tours of the vineyards in France or Italy or elsewhere.
And you've got your very own cider discovery tour coming up, haven't you?
Yes, indeed. I'm really looking forward to that one this year. We are going to be welcoming Gabe Cook, the ciderologist, here to Armagh. And I haven't met Gabe yet. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. And I think he knows everything there is to know about cider.
He's even presented the Queen with a bottle of cider, hasn't he?
Yes, I've read that. Yes, so he's very well known, and apparently he's very engaging. So I really am looking forward to meeting him. We have the food tour, which starts at 6 p.m. on the 25th of September. And we start off in Armagh Pub of the Year, Keegan's, with a beautiful menu. Then we make our way through the ancient streets of the city, stopping off upstairs at Uluru to sample some Symphonia gin, apple-flavoured gin, Robin.
Oh, sounds good.
And Symphonia they're well established now. They're actually opening up their distillery very soon out near the Moy, just hopping across the border into County Tyrone. And so we're going to have tastings of it. In Keegan's, we'll have tastings of the Long Meadow range of ciders. And then to finish, we're going to take the short walk to the Charlemont Arms Hotel. It's a third-generation family-run hotel, and we're going to be treated to a Bramley apple dessert and also tastings of McIver's cider range. Or apple. There's soft drinks available as well.
Yes, yeah, it sounds absolutely amazing.
I'm really looking forward to it.
So as well as that, there's also a big food event happening at Gosford Park as well, isn't there?
Yes, indeed there is. They're cooking outdoors. A lot of the events are outdoors, and that bears well at the moment, Robin. So it's cooking with fire. Yeah, it's just on the edge of Gosford Park, and an outdoor venue, and it has proved very popular. I believe there are just a few tickets left for the Sunday.
Okay, well, it all sounds fabulous. Of course, if people want more information, visit Armagh website. Will give them all the info they need.
Brilliant.
Well, Donna, thank you for joining us, and the very best of luck with your tours.